Hey there, Stampers. This is Sherry Roth. I'm a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator from Alberta, Canada, and I'm here today to share a quick and easy A2 card folio with you. So if you are in need of a quick and easy, just something to say thank you to somebody, this is the perfect solution. You can whip up a bunch of these pretty quickly and you don't need a ton of supplies. So they don't hold a lot, so I've got one card in each one. You could probably fit one more card in here and it would still close relatively nicely, but I find 2 cards is just perfect. If you wanted to include a little something extra, you could always do a little gift card, tuck a little gift card in there. All right, so let me show you how quick and easy this is to put together. All you'll need is an 8.5 by 11 piece of paper, a piece of patterned paper, a piece of white that measures 5 by 6. We're going to trim this piece down, so you don't need quite a 6 by 6 piece. And then you need something to embellish. So I've got this circle die that I cut using the Spotlight on Nature dies. I think this is the second largest one that I've cut. Just from some white cardstock. And to embellish, I'm going to use the Spotlight on Nature stamp set. I'm going to use this image here. And then I just realized that there's a thanks in here. I could have used this thanks, but I pulled out this thank you from the Magnolia Mood stamp set. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. We're going to bring in our paper trimmer. And we are going to put the long edge at the top. And we're going to score at 5.5, so right down the middle. And then we're going to rotate it, and we're going to score at 2 inches all the way across. So short end at the top, we're going to score at 2 inches. Okay, we're going to set this aside, and then we'll bring in our patterned paper. So I am using some of our 6 by 6 in color DSP, and I'm using the color Shy Shamrock. The pink that I shared with you is Petunia Pop. Okay, and this piece is going to be cut down to 4 3/4. 4 3/4. That's the first cut that we're going to make. By 5 3/4. Okay, these 2 pieces we don't need. We'll save those for a different project. But then what we're going to do is we're going to cut 2 1/4 inches off one end. If it's directional, you want to cut it off the bottom. And then we're going to flip that over and we're going to use that side. So this is how we're going to use it. Okay, we'll set that aside. And then here, we're going to take some snips, and actually this is easier to do after you fold it. So let's fold along the score lines first. So we'll fold this bottom flap up, and then we're going to fold this flap in. Okay, and now we're going to trim out a little bit of bulk here. So I'm just cutting, it's about 1/4 inch from that score line, and I'm going to cut right up to that where the 2 score lines join, and then do the same on this side so that we've got kind of like an upside down V. And then we're going to just take a little bit of multi-purpose glue. Put it up on either side. Just a narrow bead. Okay, and then we're going to fold this over, and I am going to put something on top just to hold it while we work on the next step. Okay, I just want that to sit flat so that it sticks. Now I'm going to take this pattern paper and I'm going to put it on my white so that it has about 1/8 inch all the way around. And then the bottom piece, do the same thing. just like that. Okay, now we can work on our focal point. All right, so I need a little scrap of white. So from this greeting, it says, thank you for being you, but I just want the greeting, thank you. So I'm going to use my black Stampin' Write marker. So when you use these markers, these are water-based markers, you can use them right on your stamps. So I'm using the brush tip. There is a fine tip here on this end, but the brush tip works best when you're coloring on your stamps. And you do want to use it at a fairly steep angle. So you don't want to do it up like this because that will fray the tip of your marker. And then I'm going to give that a huff, stamp it down, and then I went ahead and I fussy cut it. You can just cut it straight across if you want, but I love the look of fussy cutting. So that's what I've done. And then we're going to bring this in and our floral image. And again, we are going to use Stampin' Write markers. So I've chosen two colors. Both of them are in colors. We've got Peach Pie and Shy Shamrock. So Shy Shamrock is the pattern paper and the cardstock that we're using. And during the month of May, so if you're watching this during the month of May 2024, we actually have a fabulous starter kit promotion where when you purchase the starter kit here in Canada, the cost is $135, and you get to choose $165 worth of product. You only pay $135, no shipping, no GST. And then for the month of May, in addition to that, Stampin' Up! Is going to throw in a set of these Stampin' Write markers, a set of this patterned paper, a set of the 8.5 by 11 assorted cardstock, and what did I mention here? What did I forget here? Oh, and a set of all 5 ink pads. So the value of that is $111.75. So that's great added value. The starter kit, I always say, is the best deal at any time. But I tell you, during the month of May, especially with the release of a brand new catalog, you can choose anything out of that catalog that is available to purchase and add that to your starter kit up to $165. So great, great deal. If you live in Canada and have questions about becoming a demonstrator, just let me know. I'm happy to answer them. Okay, we need a little bit of a scrap piece of paper here. Okay. All right, so now I'm going to give this a huff just to re-moisten it, and then stamp it down on here. Okay, so I noticed that when I stamped this down, I don't think I huffed on it enough to re-moisten that color. So it's very, very light. Instead of re-stamping it, what I'm going to do, or you can see what I've done, but let me share what I've done. I'm just going to take my Peach Pie marker, re-ink this, just the floral image, and I'm going to do each floral separately. So just ink that up, huff on it, and then stamp it down. So then I get a darker image. And then what I did was I just fussy cut. So I repeated that for all 3 of those flowers. And I just fussy cut them. And once I get it on my card, I'll pop those up. So there's always like some sort of creative solution when you make a little mistake. So, all right. So let's bring in our folio, and we're gonna add some adhesive to the back. And then pop that on there. And then we're going to grab some of the coordinating ribbon. So there's matching Clover, Shy Shamrock. I'm not sure why I keep calling this Call Me Clover. I guess it just reminds me of that color. Okay, so you need it's approximately 22 inches. So I'm just going to snip that. I'm going to put a little strip of adhesive here. It doesn't have to go all the way across. And then stick my ribbon down. And then I'm going to do the same thing on the back. All right, and then I'll tie my bow. Okay, I probably should have cut the ribbon a little longer. I was just eyeballing it, but that is okay. We will make it work. Trim that. Okay, and then we're going to stick some dimensionals on the back of this. I've got a couple little pieces left here. And some more little pieces here. And we're going to pop that on there. I'm going to slide it underneath that bow. Oh, let's make sure our flower is standing up the right way. There we go. And then we can take some dimensionals and put them on the back of our flowers. That'll pop this up. Pop that up on there just like that. That just gives the card or the folio just a bit more dimension too. It looks really good. This guy goes over here. And then this little guy goes right here. And then we're going to add a few, just a couple little bits of dimensionals on the back of this and pop this up. Just like that, super cute. All right, and then we'll finish it off with some of our in-color gems. And again, we're gonna use Call Me Clover. I love that everything coordinates, or not Call Me Clover, oh my gosh, Shy Shamrock. And there we go. So when we open it up, I'll untie it, open it up, and I've got a couple cards here. So I will link in the description below where you can see the video for these cards. I'm just gonna tuck them in so they match. And then we'll close it up and tie it back up. And we've got a fun little gift idea. And you can do this with all of the in colors. So here is Shy Shamrock. And then here's Petunia Pop. So far, that's all I've done. Isn't it fun? And it's so quick and easy. Don't need a lot of supplies and you can customize it. You can make it match the cards inside, or it doesn't have to match the cards inside. You can use anything to decorate it. All right. So thanks so much for watching. We'll see you next time.